Hello, my name is Linda. I'm here to talk to you today about forgiving. It's that hard and wonderful thing that God commands us to do so we can have a better life. We are told most of our lives that we should forgive. So let's look at what forgiving is and what it's not. At first, forgiveness doesn't feel fair. Why? Because you were hurt, and now you feel the extra burden of forgiving. But forgiving is really the first step in getting rid of that pain. When Jesus told us to forgive, he knew it would be hard because we would need healing from the pain. That's why he is also our healer. Forgiving sets you free and prevents bitterness from growing in your heart, where it eventually spills out in other areas of your life. So, is God unfair when he commands you to forgive? No. He is leading you to more power and freedom so you can have a better life. Forgiving is simply this: it is the transfer of a debt. Our sense of justice demands payment when someone hurts us. When you forgive, you choose to transfer that debt into God's hands. You give up your right to collect payment and ask Jesus to take care of it for you. He is the only one capable of handling justice and healing at the same time. When Jesus prayed on the cross, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." Luke 23:34. I don't think he had warm, fuzzy feelings for the men who tortured him. God's kind of forgiving is based on faith and obedience. By faith, you can say, "I choose to release this debt to you, God, even though my feelings are hurt." Forgiving removes the glue and sets you free to be healed. Forgiving does not mean it was God's will. Romans 8:28 tells us that God causes all things to work together for good to those who love him, who are called according to his purpose. This doesn't mean God caused the hurt. It doesn't mean it was his will for you to suffer. What it does mean is this: no matter what was done to us, no matter how painful, God is powerful enough to bring healing. Forgiving someone doesn't mean they escape consequences. It does mean you are releasing them into God's care. It means you are trusting him to deal with them in his perfect timing and perfect justice. You may never see what happens to the other person. Their story is between them and God. And while you may not know how their story ends, you can add freedom to yours. If you have no pain, forgiving would be easy. It's the pain that's the problem. Unforgiveness keeps pain glued to our hearts. It keeps the wound raw and open. But forgiving loosens the glue. Many people think, "I must not have forgiven them because I still hurt." But that's not true. Pain can linger even after forgiving. If you are still hurting, go to Jesus. He will heal your heart. Who should I forgive? The short answer is that if someone hurts you, forgive them. Forgive even if it's a repeat offender. Forgive if a hurtful memory jumps to mind. Forgive even if they are no longer alive. And don't forget that you sometimes need to forgive God, and even forgive yourself. Forgiving yourself is important to remove guilt and shame. Those feelings can lead to self-hatred and despair. You can try to hide these out in public, but they will haunt you in private. Jesus wants to free you from these lies and show you how precious you are to him. Ask him to help you forgive yourself. It's important to be angry and not sin. How do you do that? Don't pretend you're not angry. It may feel spiritual, but it's not true. Confess your anger to God. It opens the door to healing. Don't shove anger. It pops up later and slimes other people. Ephesians 4:26 says, "Be angry, and yet do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your anger." It doesn't say, "Don't be angry." It says, "Don't bury it." Forgiving isn't something you only do once. It's a lifestyle. Keep forgiving in your spiritual toolkit. As long as you are breathing, you will have opportunities to forgive. People will disappoint you. Words will hurt you. But when forgiving is your lifestyle, it's also your protection. It keeps your heart soft, open, and aligned with God. It keeps your spiritual bloodstream clean and flowing. Forgiving takes one, reconciliation takes two. It's God's perfect will that all people love him and each other. That doesn't always happen. You need God's wisdom after you forgive to know if and how a relationship should continue. In the Gospel of John 2:23-25, it tells us that Jesus didn't entrust himself to everyone. It is okay to guard your heart and use wisdom in relationships. We want to be forgiven, and Jesus is always ready to forgive. He wants us to do the same. Jesus taught us to pray, "Forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors." Matthew 6:12. We are saying, "God, forgive me in the same way that I forgive others." Wow. Forgiving flows through us, not just to us. If you are ready to forgive and want help, watch the Prayer of Forgiving. Thank you for watching. I hope this helps you if you are stuck in unforgiveness. These thoughts come from my book Unglued, a tool to help you forgive and be free. It's available on Amazon. Subscribe to this channel for videos about living life with Jesus. Have a blessed day.